Hey there, it's Christmas Eve 2007, and I was going to talk to you today regarding how to speak to the pain, which was a follow-up on the last two updates regarding anger and venting anger and agreements for anger. But because it's Christmas Eve and I know a lot of you are going to be traveling to see your family, I thought I would give you something that might help you really enjoy that time instead of, like for some of you, you're dreading it. When I began the spiritual path, like many of you, I walked away from my family. I left my loved ones behind, partially because I knew that we no longer were, we had our beliefs in common, and partly because I was angry that they didn't accept what I was doing, and I felt rejected. So I went on and I learned all these things, and I went out into the other dimensions, and I learned about galactic history and, emotional clearing and all that stuff. But what I found when I got out there was that was only part of the journey. I wasn't supposed to stay out there. I had to come back and apply what I had learned in 3D, applied in 3D. And when I did that, that's when my real ascension began to happen. Because before then it was just intellectual. Now I had to make it experiential, and then it would shift my life. So the thing that I learned to do, the understanding that I came to was that my family was not necessarily meant to walk the path I was, and they're not going to necessarily ascend to the same levels that I am. But that doesn't mean that their path is wrong, and it doesn't mean that I should judge or reject them because of that. And it wasn't that they ever really rejected me. It was that I rejected them first because they didn't go along with my choices. So what I learned was to respect their right to have their past, because they, like I said, they're going in a different direction, and that's divinely inspired for them. And to let them know that it doesn't matter to me what path they're on and whether they agree with my beliefs or not. What matters is that they know that I love them, that the bond of the heart is stronger than any belief, and that right there changed everything. When I went home for the holidays, I could really enjoy myself with my family. And that feeling that I had, that it didn't matter whether they agreed with what I wrote or they thought my books were crazy or anything like that. What matters is that they knew that I loved them from the heart. And that shifted everything, and it made the holidays absolutely a joy to go through. So I hope this will help you in your holidays. And if you get this after Christmas, well, hey, New Year's is still coming. And if you come home and you've had a difficult time with your family and you get this, maybe this will give you some insight that it's not about judging them or rejecting them because they don't agree with you. It's about knowing and respecting that they're not supposed to agree with you. They're supposed to be on their paths, and that your job as the enlightened one is to love them from where they are right now and let them know that it doesn't matter what you think or what they think. What matters is that as a soul, you love them and you love them forever. So happy holidays, and I will talk to you next week.